about the crime statistics for the year ending 2010 and any new patterns that we're seeing in 2011. So we traditionally have done that, given you a year-end summary of crime in the district and in the Central West End. So this seemed like the perfect time to have that meeting and share all that information with you. The year 2010 was a very, very good year crime-wise for the city of St. Louis, which was down nearly 10% in overall crime. It was particularly a good year for the 9th District, where we were down 15.5% in overall crime. And the 9th District, as you may or may not know, is comprised of 8 different neighborhoods, Central West End being one of the 8. And you may want to know how that 15.5% compares to the district. The Central West End compares to that number as opposed to the other neighborhoods in the district. Central West End was down 16.1% in 2010 over the previous year. So you were above the average for the district, and the district was well above the average for the city. So I think we're doing very well. I know we're doing very well. And there's a number of reasons for that. The Neighborhood Security Initiative headed by James Barty and Sarah over here is a major reason why I feel that crime is so low in the Central West End. I'll go out on a limb here, and I bet you, now you almost know that there's no neighborhood in the city of St. Louis that has the police protection and the visibility that the Central West End neighborhood has. And like I said, and that's because of everybody in this room, all the businesses, residents in the neighborhood, that the taxing districts, you're getting the best bang, I think, for your buck out of the taxes that you're putting on yourselves to provide these extra services to your neighborhood. So, you know, you can look out there and you can see the city's finest in the back. You can see Securitas and their golf carts putting around the neighborhood. You see officers on foot beats. I mean, you know, you see, you can't walk 3 or 4 blocks normally without seeing some type of a police officer or law enforcement, security type personnel somewhere within that short distance. So, hey, you're doing everything right in the Central West End. Now, it's not to say that we're not going to have our spikes or our issue, you know, from time to time. As we've all seen historically in this neighborhood and a number of other neighborhoods throughout the city, is that a 1 or a 2-man crime team can just wreak havoc on a neighborhood over a short period of time. There's some wood I'd knock on it because we haven't, fortunately, haven't had anything serious like that in a while, but it's a reality. It's just kind of a fact of life that that's always a possibility. And hey, thieves aren't stupid, you know. They would calmly look at us here because we had the best stuff to steal, you know, for lack of a better explanation. You know, they're going to go someplace where, hey, they know where the best stuff is, and, you know, and we got the best stuff. And that's why, you know, it's important to be, you know, extra vigilant, to have the extra eyes and security personnel on the street, and to get that communication going back and forth between the neighbors' businesses, James's office, the police, the city's finest, all that. The communication here is excellent. That's another reason for it. If you all came in this side door here on Euclid, you might have seen a little yellow gator type toy, I want to call it. That's one of those toys belong to the city's finest security company. And have you guys started using those yet? You have started using them. You're going to begin seeing those button up and down your alleys and streets for a little extra form of police presence, and it gives them the ability to cover more territory in a shorter span period of time. So they've got 2 of them now with plans, I know, to get more. So you're going to start seeing that in addition to the bicycles, to the foot beats, to the golf carts, am I missing anything, Sarah? I think that's pretty much it.
Cars.
The cars, okay, and you know, and like I said, this plan for the NSI that James put together is one of the best ones that I've ever seen. Downtown Inc. has a fairly good plan, but ours is different from theirs, you know, and we're getting close to having new security cameras installed within the neighborhood. We just talked about it at a meeting last week. We've got 4, 6 going up soon. Gary and Tom, 4 in various locations, high traffic areas, high activity areas. So these cameras have been strategically placed to assist the NSI, assist the police department with criminal activity, potential problems, trying to head some issues off before they become more serious, and for us to go back and review these tapes and the cameras when we do have a crime that goes on, when we're looking for evidence, suspects, so on and so forth. So that's the latest piece of the puzzle that they're putting in place here in your neighborhood. Any questions so far? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to ask about a recent incident a week ago, the sexual assault level near Woodville that was taken over to Del Mar.
Yeah.
And there's a no parking zone, I know, by Rosada Caves, so where was this person parked?
Well, if you're back when this happened, it was probably about 3 weeks ago. It was right after, a few days after the big snow had hit. And when the city came and plowed the streets, they came down and they pushed a huge snowbank up along the curb line. Well, this young lady that was the victim of that crime, her car was kind of snowed in with from the work of the snowplows clearing the streets.
Where was it?
It was on Lindell.
It was on Lindell.
It was on Lindell.
By the cathedral or
Yeah,
by?
it was west of Newstead, up past the cathedral, so it was in that block there west of the actual church. Okay, and right on the curve, right on Lindell. So she started digging her car out, and our rapist, or suspect we'll call him, he and another gentleman happened to wander by and see her stuck in the ice, and they actually dug her out of the spot.
Was she an employee in that block or picking up somebody or?
No, she's a student.
Okay.
Okay, college student, and not from St. Louis University, because that was the big, you know, SLU student. No, she was visiting or doing some library work or something at SLU, but she was not a student from SLU. She was at another university. That was one of the things we had to do with SLU student, because you know they don't like that. They worry big time about their students, and if it's one of theirs, they want to do a panic move. We had to establish that it was not a SLU student, but I'm getting off the path there. But anyway, they dug her out. And one gentleman, who apparently wasn't connected to the second gentleman, he takes off, you know, goes about his business. Our suspect jumps into the back seat of the car with the young lady and gets her like in a stranglehold and tells her start driving or I'll strangle you. So she does this, and he directs her over to a house in the 8th District, north of Del Mar over there, and directs her to get out in front of this house, and drags her out of the car and starts dragging her into the house. Fortunately, a passerby sees this going on and recognizes that, hey, this isn't normal, and calls 911 right away. The police get there, they meet with the caller, they rush into the house, and they catch him in the act of trying to rape her, and arrested him. The rest is history. They got 32 felony warrants issued